You are in my yoga class. My name is Sheila and everyone calls me SHEESH for short, either Miss S or Miss SHEESH. So I have 3 rules in my class. First rule is no talking while I'm talking. Everyone should be able to hear what's going on, especially if you're doing this at home with, say, your siblings or other family members. 2, no overstretching, okay? So, you're coming to class to learn to be more flexible and to get stronger. We want you to keep coming to class, so no overstretching. Take it slow. 3, no holds in your breath, right? So no holds in your breath. We don't want anyone to pass out. And also it will be a little bit difficult for you to do the poses and to continue to do the whole sequences of the class because your lungs are involved, you're pressing on them, your body's moving, so make sure to breathe. I'll tell you throughout the video when to be exhaling and when to be inhaling as well. All right, so really important. 3 rules in my class. So yeah, we usually in the beginning of class since it's our first class, we'll do introductions. I told you my name, and one other thing I like to do is dance. So why don't we share around the room wherever you're at what you like to do. Your name and what you like to do, or one of your favorite games, favorite colors, really anything you want to share with the class. And you can pause the video if there's more than one of you. Okay, so before we start class, I usually will ask a question or tell my students some bit of information about what we're doing. So one thing I will ask you today is, where do you think yoga originally came from? Another country, it's not from America. And the answer is India. So next class I'd probably ask something else about Indian culture, or maybe, a pose that was your favorite. All right, cool. So let's get started. Let's get on our yoga mats. And my yoga mat's a little slippery. It's not like the thicker, foamier kind of yoga mats that are at the gym usually, or kind of some of the more popular ones. So mine's kind of slippery. I took my socks off. You're welcome to take your socks off as well, no matter what yoga mat you're using, but especially if you're on a wood floor like this. Okay, so let's start our class with a deep breathing exercise. It is called flower breath. All right, so you put your finger in front of your face like this, in front of your mouth. And I don't know what your color flower is, but mine would probably be blue. I like this blue actually. So you take your flower, you smell the petals, and you blow the petals out. Smell the flower, and you blow the petals out. Breathe through your nose and out your mouth. Very good. And let's get started. All right, so since we're already sitting down on our yoga mats, let's get into some ground poses. Put your soles of your feet together like this. Together. You interlock your fingers so you'll braid them, and then cradle your toes. All right, and then we flap down. You don't have to force your feet all the way close to your body, so just leave a little bit of a gap. It's probably about 2 or 3 inches. If your knees hurt or your hips are tight, you can move your feet forward 1 inch or 2 inches, wherever is comfortable for you. Okay. So who knows what this pose is called? It's called butterfly pose. All right, so we flap down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. If you were a butterfly, Where would you fly to today? You can share around whoever's doing yoga with you. You can sing aloud to yourself. Probably go see some of my family members. They're all scattered around, so it would probably be a fun, long little journey flying as a butterfly. All right, so after butterfly pose, let's put your hands down on the mat behind you, behind your hips like this. And let's put your legs out. Just wiggle them out, wiggle them out, wiggle them out. Yeah. All right, so point your toes, flex your feet, point your toes, flex your feet, point your toes, flex your feet. Very good. All right, so sit up nice and tall. Next, we're gonna do a forward seated bend, okay? So hands up at your sides, up over your heads, breathe in, and you'll bend at the waist. So you put your chest out, okay? Very good, breathe out. Okay, good, breathe in, back up, nice and tall, and out, chest out, you're bending at the waist, and tuck your chin, so look at your knees. And breathe in. Very good. So we'll go back to this position, our starting position. Put your feet down flat on the mat like this. And we're going to get into table pose. Okay, so table pose, everyone knows what a table looks like, right? Square or a rectangle. So your body wants to create a rectangle with the floor. Okay, so breathe in here. And then you're going to push your hips up and let your head just gently lay down. Good, breathe in. Again, breathe out, hips up, and take your head back. Good, and down. Good, very good. So from there, put your feet out to the side, hands down flat on the mat, shoulder width apart, and get on your knees. So don't leave your toes tucked, put them straight. Who knows what this pose is called? It is another animal, like butterfly pose. Maybe everyone around the room can take a guess. If there aren't too many people, I don't know. Whoever wants to join. So cat, cow, okay? So we arch our back, breathe in, and breathe out. Push your stomach up towards the ceiling and create a hump with your back like a camel. Okay? Or a cow. Cows have a little hump on their shoulders. Alright, breathe in. You can meow, meow. And breathe out. Push your stomach up towards the ceiling. And you can say, moo. Again, breathe in. And out. Very good. So from here, we're just gonna get into a quick little plank. One elbow down, second elbow down. This time you will keep your toes flexed so you can have a little bit of a foundation, firm footing. When you put the other one back, we're gonna get into a plank. Try to keep your body straight. So this is me on the floor. This is me on the mat. This is me raised up off the floor a couple of inches. Not like this, flat, like a pencil. All right, and release. You can just put your arms out to the side and your head tilted to the side for a little bit. Take a deep breath. Very good. All right, so you're gonna put each hand down on one side of your chest, each side of your chest here, the other one goes here. We're gonna get into what I call baby cobra. So it's just a little arch with your back. Your belly's still on the floor. Breathe in and out. Let's tilt your head the other way. And up, breathe in and out. From here we'll get into I call him Mama Cobra or Daddy Cobra. Depends who's in my class or what, you know, students want. But Mama Cobra, breathe in. So you'll go shoulders, chest, tummy, and straighten your arms. And down. Belly goes down, chest, shoulders, tilt your head the other way. Again, up, last time. Shoulders, chest, belly, straighten your arms. And from here, on your exhale, we'll go into child's pose. So you sit on your feet. Put your head down on the mat. So it looks like this. Okay? Take another deep breath. Walk your hands to your knees. Good, and we'll sit into hero's pose. Okay, your hands are flat on top of your thighs, and you're still sitting on your feet like this, cradling your bottom. All right. Okay, so that's just a little gist of what I would provide in some of my classes. There's so many different poses. So we wouldn't just do floor poses, we would do standing poses. In my partnered classes where it's parent-child, you know, we do a lot of partner poses too. In my classes, like my youth yoga classes, where, you know, you're doing all the work yourself. Usually towards the end of the session, you know, we'll learn some partner poses for the last 2 or 3 classes. And then always play a game. So I would definitely work a game into my class virtually and my virtual classes as well, because it's just fun. And if you participated in class, then, you know, you want to have some fun. You work hard, you play hard. All right, well, thanks for having me, and Chicago loves dance.